Hey guys, MollyPopGirl here from wethegamerz.com, bringing you the first chapter in Act 1 of Modern Warfare 3 on Veteran difficulty. The first act, or first chapter, isn't very hard, at least from what I gathered, but, you know, there are a few spots that I feel like I found better tactics to go through, but, I mean, it all depends on how you want to play. I'm not saying that this is the only way you can get through Modern Warfare 3 on Veteran difficulty by any means. I'm sure there are people that could probably do it faster, but I've always play it safe versus just going for it, because nothing is more painful than only being like 2 seconds away from the checkpoint and dying because you rushed for it. And from what I've gathered so far from playing is that it's not really infinite respawn or infinite spawning for the AI, which is fantastic. Anybody who has played World at War or Black Ops on Veteran difficulty knows exactly what I'm talking about. It is so hard. Great campaigns, don't get me wrong, but just complete bitches to get through on Veteran difficulty. You know, Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer 2 now, I guess, at least with Modern Warfare 2, really took the approach of not having infinite spawning for AI. Thank God. That's all I can say. But that doesn't mean that this is a walkthrough, or, well, I mean, this is a walkthrough, but it doesn't mean it's a cakewalk. It's not a cake walkthrough. So, you know, there's that. The one thing that I wish that they had included in this that was in Black Ops was the jump and dive feature. That would have been awesome, because there were maybe, at least in this, just in this first chapter, there were a number of places where I wish that I could have done that. But, you know, it doesn't ruin the campaign, obviously. And, you know, the campaign looks pretty phenomenal, at least in my opinion. But yeah, they've got that going for you. Basically, the way I've always approached Veteran difficulty is just sit back and take them out one by one, especially since they don't like respawn once you kill them. And if they do, it's usually like you have to just cross like one little line and you should be okay. But it's not, you know, instant. So definitely super much more manageable. Weird sentence that I just said there, but a lot more manageable than some of the Treyarch games that I've played on Veteran difficulty. But like I said, not bashing them, just prefer non-infinite respawn. Yeah. Probably should have died here multiple times. But the thing that I would suggest, like right here, you're gonna have a guy, well, not right here actually, just further down, you're gonna have a guy come on a truck with a turret on top. Basically, you want to make sure that when you move up to that point, that you don't shoot at him unless you have full health, because one shot from that guy and you are down and out. Basically, I just stuck to the left side, as you'll see here, and take people off, because once you get that guy off the truck, it's pretty easy, and your guys will back you up to a respectable sense. But yeah, I think once you get up to those boxes right here, yeah, take them out, hide behind whatever that is. I don't know, some kind of like grate, I'm not sure. But yeah, as soon as you take them out, then you can peek your head out more, because if you don't, then you are, you know, sushi, basically. And what's really nice about this campaign, or, I mean, I guess they kind of included it in other campaigns in the past, but the switchable reticles, you can have more of an ACOG scope for longer distances, and then you can switch by pressing the left bumper, or not the left bumper, the left side on the cross pad. You can switch back to the holographic thing. But right here is where I kind of struggled a little bit. Basically, I stuck to the left, or excuse me, the right side, and used the ACOG scope. Also, definitely utilize the left trigger aiming system. Some people may say that that's a little, kind of cheap or whatever, but if they put it in there, I say go for it. You'll see this is how I think the best way to do it is, because you're going to have to be in here anyway. The only downside is that you're going to have to run back forward to hit the check, or not the checkpoint, but the point or whatever, the location marker. But and that can be kind of dangerous too, as you see. I died a couple times trying to figure it out, but for the most part, I feel like staying to the right side made it a lot easier, using your ACOG to take people out. And then coming up this part, when you go up, I would definitely let the guy go first, because he kind of at least injures them. Because I walked out there first and it just got annihilated. Take the guys at the top first, because 9 times out of 10 he'll take the guy coming at you out. And then here, what you want to do is actually, shoot the guy from that right side, just to get him out of the way, because he can be kind of an asshole. And then peek around and take out the 2 guys up top. And also be conscious. I didn't have trouble with them sometimes, but sometimes I did. I think if you stay there for too long, people in the street start shooting you, which you can kind of see here, yeah. And I just hid in the bathroom until I got, my health up, and shot the guy there. And I don't think he knew I was there, because he didn't come at me, so it should be a safe place if the same thing happens to you. I was kind of annoyed with him because he kind of got in my way when I was trying to shoot. There's still a little bit of that in this, but it's not as bad as some of the previous Call of Duties, or just for some of the other first-person shooters, or just shooters in general. So fucking annoying. Can't stand it when you're trying to shoot somebody and somebody's in your way. And this part coming up, at first I thought it was going to be one of those things. I thought it was going to be like War Room or something from Call of Duty 4. I thought it was going to be a nightmare. Really not that bad. I stayed up top for most of it, for a good portion of it, and took them out. And then once you go downstairs, more of them come in. I don't know if I got lucky or what, but you'll see in a second. They all just kind of like come through, and I just take them out without really getting shot too much. And then once see right here, like, oh hey, what's up? Just shooting y'all in the face. But then I had to reload. And the 9 bangs really are really helpful. I feel like a lot of people, myself included, forget about grenades and flashbangs, but they are so awesome. Definitely save a couple for this, and I would say maybe save one more for a little part later in the level. Yeah, it's not that bad. Also, I would suggest not using. You'll have a grenade launcher as your secondary. I recommend using that very sparingly up until this point, just because you don't have a lot in it. Because I tend to go apeshit with it, but you'll see in a second it can be kind of helpful in just a little bit. But yeah, this part wasn't that bad. Just couldn't find this guy for some reason, and it is kind of difficult because they do look similar to the people on your team, only they're wearing darker ACUs or BDUs or whatever. But I mean, it's cool because I've never been in New York, but it looks like New York, so it's it's pretty awesome. Really impressed with the way the campaign looks so far. Yeah, right here is where I kind of used the grenade launcher. It just seemed better because there's quite a few of them. They'll run up into that memorial building on the right, and you can kind of like take them out. And right around here is where I started to get low on ammo, because before I had already had to find a new weapon, and it didn't have the two scopes, which kind of hindered me a little bit. Like, you can do it, but because I think they have like a P90 and an AK are things you can choose from, and I think the AKs have red dots. I think I saw one with an ACOG, and there's definitely one with a grenade launcher. So I mean, it's doable, but like I said, if you just try to be sparing with your ammo, and then coming up here gives you a good sense of cover. There's a guy on the turret again. Definitely just wait until you, especially with people on turrets, wait until you're completely healed. Don't even try. That was awesome, by the way. I thought that was so cool. Take him out, and then, like I said, once you take him out, it's a lot easier. And that's pretty much all there is to say about that part. Also, make sure you kill them. Make sure they're dead when you think they're dead, because quite a few times I had them kind of be, I guess, in last stand, so to speak. And that can come back to get you. There's nothing more annoying than that. So when you kill somebody and then you die because they weren't actually dead. Bastards. And then, yeah, you get your ammo replenished here. I kind of didn't realize that the first time I went through, so that was really nice when I found it again. And this part actually reminded me, it looks very similar to the War Room from Call of Duty 4, and I thought it was going to be the same kind of concept, or the same kind of issues, struggling, but really not. Everything seems super manageable. You just kind of got to take it easy. The only thing that I found difficult in this part was just kind of differentiating between good and bad guys, and, you know, because all the colors are very similar. But, you know, if you start taking a lot of damage, just, you know, go into prone and you should be okay, unless he's like right behind you, then you're kind of effed. But and this part, it's a little more difficult to utilize the trigger lock-on feature, because, you know, they're standing behind computers and kiosks and whatnot. But it at least gives you an idea of where you need to be shooting as far as location goes. So definitely utilize that. I think it's probably the best thing to do. I feel like the AI is a lot smarter in this too, even though it's not difficult, but, you know, they do try to trip you up a little bit. They'll shoot you while crouched, so that you can't shoot them, and they'll just like you know, blind fire you, which can hit you sometimes, and it's super annoying sometimes too. And right here, you'll see your guys continue going up the steps up there. I stayed on here for a little bit until you hear him say balcony is clear, and then they can kind of take everybody out for you while you're up top, and then go up the ladder. Then right here, you want to go right for that little nook in the doorway, because they'll get you pretty quickly as they're coming down the steps, and you'll see, because there's a couple guys up top shooting at you while there are other ones coming down the steps, so that way you can quickly get in there. There are a couple other places to the left, like where those barrels are. You could do it that way too, but I just figured you can get them kind of more from the source. But either way works. This is just what I felt was easier. But your teammates kind of take them out for you pretty easily. Right here, I just stayed mostly at the top of the steps and did it that way until more of them were shooting from farther back. And then I just rocked the grenade launcher, which is just fun to use. And this part scared me because I thought they were all dead. Nope. And then right here, there'll be people coming from up top there where I'm aiming. And then I realized that you have predator missiles. I think you have 3.
Frost, put thermite on the jammer's power supply. We'll cover.
So you want to make sure you use 1 to like take them out. They're really not that bad because where I am, you're hiding behind these. I guess they're kind of like ammo crates or whatever. But they can't hit you from there, so you're safe. And then you use it to knock out the bird. Okay, I guess you only have 2. I don't know, maybe you have 3, I can't remember. And then your person comes in, or your heli comes in. And I was kind of concerned that it was going to be one of those things where they just take you out while you're trying to wait for it. But I got hit a couple times, but nothing too intense. And then you just shoot the shit out of them. Make sure you shoot the RPG shooters first, so they don't injure the plane or shoot you in the face.
Incoming! Knock it out of the sky!
Right here, this part isn't that bad either. I think it's more annoying because you're fighting the airplane, or not the airplane, the helicopter you're in, and so it's hard to stay steady on the helicopters that you're shooting at. But I mean, that's probably how it is in real life. It's probably more realistic. But you know, it's not. Once you kind of get a feel for how the gun is, you kind of learn how to, you know, co-balance or counterbalance the give and pull of it. But yeah, just stay on them, and it's not that bad. Psych, gotcha, bitch. And that part is just annoying. This part's really just annoying because you're just kind of like, come on, dude, get out from back there. What are you doing? But what can you do? Another day at the office. That's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and let it play out. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe. Stay tuned for more walkthroughs for Modern Warfare 3 Veteran Difficulty. Make sure you head to wethegamerz.com. Sign up on the forums. We've got an awesome community. A lot of really awesome Call of Duty related stuff, but lots and lots more. Stay tuned. Let us know if there's anything else you want us to do different with these, and we'll see you real soon. Bye!
To the harbor. Over.
Roger, 01. The skies are clear. Good luck. Out.